Before I start this video, I wanted to take a moment to recognize those people who have lost their mothers. It doesn't matter if this is your first Mother's Day without them or your 20th. It does not get easier. I still have my mother, but I am basing this on what Jason and Jamie and my own mother and others who I hold dear have told me over the years. You all know that we lost Miss Cindy last year, and although this is not their first Mother's Day without her, it is still just as painful. So they are learning to move on without her and yet still recognize her and celebrate her on this day. So please keep everyone who have lost mothers in your hearts. Let's don't forget them. Good morning, y'all. I got a couple of stories to tell you. First of all, if you're wondering what in the world this big box is behind me, it is a box that my sweet man saved for me to help me pack up my classroom. Just in case you didn't know, teachers have to pack up their classrooms every spring. Next, I'm on the way in a bit to Jackson to pick up a honey baked ham for our Mother's Day dinner tomorrow. And I had to run to the bank for my son, who's finally coming home. But he won't be home in time to get his check cashed. So they transferred the money into his account and I picked it up. Anyway, so I'm getting breakfast for Jason and Jace and me. And of course they had to fry the hash browns and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm waiting in line. I pulled up like I was asked. This little girl, she looked like she was about 20 years old, maybe a little older than that, but she looked really young. In her little beat up car, had gone in to get her order instead of sitting in the car to wait. And she came back out. She had her little girl, probably 3 or 4 years old, who obviously was not happy, which is probably why she got out of the car to begin with, to give her a chance to, you know, stretch her legs or whatever. And she put her in her car seat. And then the McDonald's people brought out their food. Well, in that instance, the little girl got out of her car seat. So she had to get out of the car, get her back. She's fighting her the whole time, and she's spanking her little legs like she's supposed to, and she's looking back at me very apologetically, and I'm like, don't worry, sister, I feel you, dog. I have been there and done that. So I said, just whatever. Yes, I have places to be. I don't want Jason's food to get cold. I need to get to Jackson and get back quickly so we can have our day and so we can all spend time together when Chisholm gets home. But this girl can't help what's going on. And if she dared to drive forward to a parking space with her baby not in the car seat, Lord, the haters would be coming out of the woodwork about her not buckling her in before she pulled up forward to get into a parking space so she wouldn't hold up the line. So she was danged if she did and danged if she didn't. So she stopped and was fighting her and trying to buckle her in. Well, while she's doing that, I'm still waiting on the hash browns. And so it really doesn't matter to me. But the guy behind me starts laying on the horn. Well, who does it look like is honking? Moi. Me, the mom. The understanding mom. And I said, no, that's not me. She looked up, and any other person would have been like, forget you, and probably flipped him the bird and acted ugly and hollered and screamed. But she said sorry. She was embarrassed and didn't act ugly. And I said, it's not me, it's okay. And I thought, surely when the dude behind me sees that, he'll stop acting like a douchebag and will just sit and wait, because his food is not ready either. It isn't like it can go anywhere. Well, then she finishes, they bring me the hash browns, and he lays on the horn again, because he's just that kind of great guy. And she looked up and was like, I'm sorry. I said, it's him. And I start pointing back at him. I said, it's not me. You're fine. Take as much time as you need. It was an old man too. And Jason will tell you, I have a soft spot for little old men. I always have. When I was little, my mama said that I would go, oh, look at that little old man. He looks like a good pawpaw. I just always have. Jason was on the phone with an elderly man yesterday on his live stream, and the whole time I was like, oh, I don't know why. But this dude was not my favorite kind. He was a turd and acted ugly. And I want to get out of my car and go to Wanda on his head. You know, throw it in reverse and slam into the back of his truck. I didn't. I got things to do. I don't have time to fill out a police report. But anyway, can we just not appreciate that tomorrow is Mother's Day, and there are some young mothers who are struggling with the terrible twos or whatever age, and give them a break? She didn't want her little girl to act like that. She didn't want to have to fight her and keep a whole line of people waiting. That wasn't on her list of to-dos today. And she probably got out and got the little punk a Happy Meal, breakfast Happy Meal, and that's the way she acted. You can't control these little kids. You can just spank their butts and hope that they straighten up. Anyway, and story number 2, this is a funny story. Last night we were eating at the OS Steakhouse in Dyersburg. It's about 20 minutes from our house. And we just sat down, and this beautiful waitress came over to me, and she leaned down real close, and I thought, what's she gonna say? And she looked at me and said, are you famous on YouTube? I said, oh, what? And I immediately turned to Jason, because he is known for pulling pranks and just mess like that. And I said, did you tell her to say that? Because I mean, he likes to joke about my little 400 subscribers, and you know, he's got almost 5,000. And we joke about me, you know, my big channel. And I said, and he said no. And he was looking at me, at her, just as crazy as I was looking at her. But y'all, he's a good actor. I said, stop lying. How much did you pay her? And he was like, nothing. And she kept looking at me like, and I guess I was being rude because I wasn't answering her. But y'all know, when you feel like you're being tricked, or you're part of, you know, if you're being punked, you don't want to fall for it and look like the Ninu on TV or in front of your people. So I kept saying, stop lying. You're being ridiculous. You told her to say that when you went to the bathroom or whatever. I don't know. He said, so he turned to her and he said, yes, we have YouTube channels. And then she looked at me and she said, well, I need to know what's on your channel, because there are 3 waitresses and a busboy back there who watch your channel. And they were too nervous to come out here and talk to you. What? So, of course, y'all know I still thought he was lying. I turned to him and I said, Jason, stop it. And he said, Shauna, what do I have to swear on to prove to you that this is not me? He said, I promise you on everything I hold dear, this is not me. So I turned to her and I said, okay, I have a channel. I mean, I didn't know what to say. Well, then she pointed to them. They were hiding behind the wall, peeking around the corner, looking at me. So they come out. They were just giggling like little girls. And they were about, 18, 19 years old. And then when they walked off, I said, I feel bad because I was kind of rude. I wasn't mean or hateful. I was just looking at him like, stop. I wasn't even paying attention to them because I thought they were accessories. And then I called the beautiful older waitress over and I said, look, I'm sorry about my reaction about not answering your question, but I just couldn't believe that anybody would be asking about me. And she said, I promise you they wouldn't come out here because they were nervous. She said, they're like your fangirls. So we have laughed about that ever since it happened. He said, I cannot believe this is happening. He said, I'm so excited for you. He said, I'm so glad I got to be there to see that. And I said, me too, because who would believe it? And then Jamie put it on his YouTube channel. Sorry, the toothpick. Put it on his YouTube channel last night. It was so funny. So I had some witnesses. It really happened. All right, I'm about to drop off some breakfast. and speed to Jackson. Y'all think all I do is speed here and there, isn't it? That's because I'd rather be at home with my people than be out somewhere. Be looking for my video about my incubator and my Mother's Day gifts that we made in my class. It's a little kindergarten update. All right, like, subscribe, share. Have a beautiful Mother's Day, mothers. Happy Mother's Day. I love you. Bye.